OnePlus Buds versus the Oppo enco W51. Now both of these come at the same price point and people are confused between these two. So which one should you buy, the Oppo W51 or the OnePlus Buds? Which is better in terms of sound, the bass, or which is good for gaming, which is good for calling, and all the important stuff you should know? I'll try to answer that in this video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, also like this video. Let's begin. Let's first look at some of the main differences in specs and features. The OnePlus comes with the larger drivers, it has a better battery life with the earbuds, and it has that fast charging and stuff, versus the Oppo has that active noise cancelling and slightly better IP rating and that wireless charging support. With that out of the way, let's get down to business. Now the Oppo has this glossy finish which I personally don't like versus the matte finish on the OnePlus Buds, and it has that metal hinge on the back versus the plastic. I mean, just hear this. Looking at the buds, they have different design. I mean, I prefer the Oppo ones because it's more comfortable for me, and also it feels very lightweight. On the front you have the wear detection sensors, and on the back you have the touch sensors, and I prefer the touch sensor on the OnePlus because it has that rounded plate, easy to reach out and feels more practical. I find it easier on the OnePlus Buds versus the flat design on the Oppo, but both of them work pretty well in terms of controlling the music, so no issues here. Now fit and comfort is completely subjective, but make sure you try the OnePlus Buds before you buy them because they may or may not fit or feel comfortable for your ears. I personally felt discomfort with the OnePlus Buds, but with the Oppo ones because the ear tips, no issues here. Now to the gaming, I find the latency to be quite similar on both of these, but when I tried the OnePlus Buds with my OnePlus phone in Fanatic mode, I had a pretty good experience. But with the Oppo, the latency could be noticed a little bit, but it's completely unfair because if you have an Oppo phone, you may have slightly better experience on Oppo phones, and if you have a completely different branded phone, I would say they both should give you similar experience, but check my reviews for more detailed information. They both have the triple mic setup, and here's the sample for you guys. Hey guys, now I'm recording this with the Oppo W51, comparing it with the OnePlus Buds earphones. Hey guys, now I'm recording this with the OnePlus Buds, comparing it with the Oppo W51 earphones in a fairly quiet room, and let me know how the mic quality is. Now let's get down to music. When I was initially testing the W51, it has no bass mode like the W31. So I was listening to this with the ANC off. I immediately felt it was lacking the bass and sounds a little flat. To enjoy the music, I feel sufficient bass is required all along accompanied, which complements everything else and makes the whole music experience more groovy and more enjoyable. Now I'm not talking about heavy bass. I mean, just look at the OnePlus Bullet Z earphones. These are one of the best products available, but for most people's taste, it was lacking the bass, and that was a deal breaker for a lot of people out there. Now between the OnePlus Buds versus the W51 with the ANC off, the OnePlus Buds clearly win, especially the bass, end of story. But if you turn on the ANC on the W51, then it does boost the bass, and this changes everything, and now this becomes more comparable to the OnePlus Buds. Now a lot of people ask me about the volume levels, so the W51 gets a bit louder, maybe about 10-15% more compared to the OnePlus Buds. Now I instantly liked the OnePlus Buds. It was really surprising to see the kind of bass it outputs even with that half-in-ear design, lack of proper seal, partly because of the larger drivers. Now between the two, in terms of bass, the OnePlus Buds has that raw low end, it has more depth, so it does get deeper, so you get that slightly deeper bass on the OnePlus Buds compared to the W51. The difference is very minor but noticeable. However, practically speaking, personally, I do not really mind either of these. I like the bass on both of these. I find the treble to be slightly better on the W51, at least for my liking, but I preferred the vocals on the OnePlus Buds compared to the W51. Now don't get me wrong, the vocals sound clear on both of these, but it's really hard to describe, but it's probably that texture or the tonality that I personally prefer. I wouldn't mind either of these if I was not really comparing them side by side. Now the instruments, the detail in terms of mids, I really did not notice anything better over the other. I mean, they both are decent, nothing really much to pick here. Now in terms of battery, the OnePlus buds can get you about 1.5 to 2.5 hours of extra battery life compared to the Oppo earphones, depending on whether the ANC is turned on or off. So if I am in the market to buy any of these, I would probably not look at the sound quality, but I would look at other factors like the battery life, the ANC or the quick switch, low latency, all the other factors, because the sound difference is very minor that it is smart to actually look at other factors that actually matter to you. But if you ask me to strictly pick one out of the two in terms of only pure sound, not considering anything else, I would slightly give this to the OnePlus buds. I mean, it's very minor, but it's not a major difference. So guys, I bought both of these earphones and spent my time and effort to compare these. And if you find this video helpful, please like this video. Also, I'll drop links to these. You can check out from my links. It does help the channel. So that's been it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon.